Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Grandpa, and welcome back to the farm. Welcome back to the farm. I have to say that again, though, because we are really moving on. We have a massive increase with the honey production. We have the massive increase by the greenhouses, though, and the chicken eggs. They are exploding out of their asses, though, because we are getting rich on those little things, though. So yeah, today we want to work hard and harder and harder as we can, though, right? You know, because we want to get another glass house, maybe another one after if we are getting lucky, though. But yeah, let's go. Let's go, wake Peggy up. Is he sleeping in her car? Or, well, it's early morning, so maybe she's just sitting there. Look at this little guy, huh? Oh, Peggy, we got to fill the bowl, though. Hey there, Peggy. Did you sleep in that car? You did, huh? Well, where's the dog, by the way? You know, like, I think you can actually change it, its name. But I didn't know that you had a dog, by the way, huh? You didn't either. I know, because we did install it for you. The dog must be around here somewhere, unless you have driven over it, I don't know. But it should be around here somewhere. Let's check out where it is. You see him? Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, look at him, though. Oh, look at that, though, huh? Peggy, do you like him? Yeah? Very, very cool. Now, let's see if we can give him a different name, though. Oh, we can. Doghouse. Let's call it Subby, because you guys have to subscribe to our channels. There we go. Subby. Very cool. Champ. His name is still Champ, though, apparently. But where's the little doggo? He's just roaming around here. Don't worry about it, though. Oh, there's the ball. Peggy, look at that. Get the ball, Peggy. Get the ball. Hoppa. Where is it? Where is the ball? Oh, I think it was here somewhere. Nope. Oh, the dog is playing with that ball, though, so if you want, you can actually find it and play with... What are we doing? We have to work, Peggy, you know that? Let's just first find the ball, and then, Oh, whoa! Do you have the ball? Champ. Yeah, I did buy Peggy a dog, because at night she hears strange footsteps around her cabin. And with this dog, though, I'm really sure that she is secure. It's an ex-police dog, though, right? You know, it did cost me a pretty penny. 2,500. Look at her, though, being so happy about it, right? You know? But 2,500, retired. He gets a nice home, right, little Chubby? Chubby, actually, not Chubby. Very cool, though. Very cool. So, yeah. She's safe. My farm is safe, though, right? You know, and she doesn't have to pay for it. Dog food is in the barn and all. But yeah, we have other plans too, right, Peggy? With the barn, we want to destroy it as soon as possible. So, Peggy, actually, we should do the greenhouses later. Do you agree? Peggy agrees. But we have to make around 150k. 150k, woman! That is a little bit much, though. But I think we should sell our produce. Peggy, do you want to sell our produce? Yeah? Oh, no. We should actually wait. January, right? Remember? And it's October 2nd. So actually we should sleep again. Because we are skipping a month each time, right? Remember? So as you guys can see, I have days per month on 1. So maybe we have to... You're a little bit close, you know that though, huh? Anyways, personal space is a holy thing where I'm from, by the way. But yeah, let's go and sleep, because I've set it on 1 day, and so it shall be. So it shall be done. Early morning, my boys. Look at that, though. Somewhere in the far distance, a radioactive blast went off, apparently. Look at that, though. Look at that shadow person standing there. Oh my god, it's actually Peggy, though, not a demon. Hello there, Peggy. Early up morning, right? You know, I would see... We again get the most money. We are going to sell our eggs. There we are. And it is up everywhere. Tomorrow it is up a little bit more. But we are going to sell it right now, because the second day we are going to skip. Now 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so I would say sell it at our own little place. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is Boeing. They are selling that to us. Okay, that is kind of interesting from the warehouse. Yeah, sell it right at our own farmer's kiosk. And let's see, right over here. Oh, they are watering up over here too. Very nice. Ooh, look at this. This is a lot of chili though. We want to wait till January with it. So it might be like we have to store it a little bit somewhere else. Because this is almost full. But that is definitely something that we have to do. Look at this, man. This is really good looking. That's some premium stuff though, and especially since we have washed it ourselves. Very nice. Yeah, and this is lettuce. I'm very happy about this. Now look at this good old American though, huh? That beautiful truck over there, the International, right? Isn't it? Or yeah, International. There we go. I know my American trucks are right, you know. Look at that, the Soaring Transit. And then we have this big Johnny boy right over here. Absolutely amazing. We are going to harvest field 37. So that is very nice. Later on, when Peggy is done, she can actually join us up though when we are using the combine over here. This is so nice though. Early morning, beautiful small town. Big harvester, ready for a lot of work. And off we go, right? Before everybody is just thinking about waking up, we are already hard at work. I like that saying, right, you know, call me John, I work for my money, right, you know, instead of calling him sir or something like that. It's a nice saying, it is really fitting to this culture, right, you know. And it always makes me smile when I hear something silly like that. Ooh, yeah, we have to be very careful though with this combine. It's almost made in Texas, you know. Everything is bigger in Texas. Sleek design, man. I actually got a coffee cup right from Turbo Peggy with John Deere on it, and I have to say though, that cup drinks pretty decent though, right? You know, it's a very good cup. Nice, you know, like sometimes you have a rough touch on the lips or something like that though, right? You know, and this one is just nice and smooth. I believe you can get one from Amazon or something, right? You know, so it's a nice little thing if you want to, you know, have a little bit more of the vibe going on, right? You know, with your coffee or something like that. Yeah, I have to say though, we really have to put the warning signals on, warning lights, because right now, look at that. Even when we are driving in the middle though, we almost touch both sides. So if there's a vehicle coming our way, we definitely have to go to the side. That's why it's good that we are starting early in the morning. 485? That is not a lot though. Oh, that was the smaller amount? I think so. I just hope it was though, because if that was the big amount, I am disappointed in my chicken. 3,420. That's a decent haul though. That is pretty decent. And do we have another one? Oh, we don't. It's a nice little side touch though, right? You know? Beautiful, right? You know, when we have rear steer. I could risk it, but I don't think we fit in there. Yeah, we don't fit in there though. Yeah. We had to try. Oh, Peggy, if you do need a job, there's a freighter waiting for you at the store. Go and get it with the trailer and get your ass over here. Technically, we should do this in the long sideways, right? You know, probably we should just do that. I'm going to start in the corner. It's going to be very annoying, but That's how he planted it though, right? Instead of being smart, just saving time and doing long lines. Nope, let's make a pretty field, he said. Let's make a pretty field. Alright, now let's go and fold it open. Okay. So what we are doing is just the pre-chambers and the main chambers. So that is nice. So we are collecting and we are building already up those. That is pretty cool. The vehicle 2 is reverse for contract wood. I know. It's right over here. Don't be silly though, game, right? You know? And we put it off and we just reverse. So Peggy, do you know how that one works? That trailer is actually a collector of cotton balls, right? Like hay bales or blocks, either circle or just squares. And then with that, you just drive backwards. And that's how you do get what you do need. And so we are going back again. Technically, we have to do it this way. Technically, right? But that's not how we are going to do it. It's just silly. It's a massive waste of time. But technically though, if it was real right now, we would have done that. But we can do it this way too. Beautiful. Careful with cotton for those that are going to hike. Oh boy. That are going to national parks. I'm totally screwing this up. Or anything like that, or in bad weather to school or anything like that. Cotton, I love to wear it, but it is a soak water magnet, right? You know, it's like a sponge. It absorbs so much water, and it's very difficult to dry. You will stay wet longer. If you're going to work out, though, your clothing will be super heavy, though, right? You know, it's not going to vaporize because of body heat, and you can be a little bit smelly, though, after a while, right? So take good care of yourself. Oh, Peggy, you have to go to field 27, Farmer's Market. I'm impressed by the design of this thing, though. Kind of looks like a Sith temple, but in general, super cool design. Absolutely. Now look at this though, huh? This international. Yeah, this is the vibe though of old school trucking, isn't it? As you can hear, you know, like it's a little bit rough though. Low gear, high gear, switching here and there. Oh yeah. And you know, this is the ironic thing between the EU and America, is that American trucks, they are not, well, most of them, they are not automatic, right? In Europe, on the other hand, almost all trucks, I would say like 95 to 99% will be automatic. In America, it's the other way around. Now, if we go for manual versus automatic driving in cars, I would argue it's the opposite too. In America, most people do drive an automatic car. In Europe, it's mostly a manual. It's kind of silly if you think about it, right? You know, because if you think about driving being manual in Europe, mostly like 95%, I would say, or maybe 90% these days. And then you have our trucks. You might actually think it will be manual too, but it's actually very smart to have a truck that is automatic, because you do have a lot of gears though. You have like 12 plus gears, right? From low to high. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Can we do it? Yep, we can do it. Beautiful though. I miss Euro Truck Simulation though. Simulator. I do miss it quite a bit. American Truck Simulator 2, man, you know, the beautiful landscape that are changing from Louisiana, you know, towards Texas and Arizona and all the way up to the Redwood Forest, you know. It's really nice. But of course, manual trucks have their massive benefits to a ride, you know. You can really control the low and high gears. That's very, very important. Peggy, I hope you're getting 2 bills, because I really want to show you how this big boy is going to actually get the pumping going, right? You know, it's actually pretty interesting. Just do your little thing though, and you can do something else too if you want to later on. Just let us know, right? Now, let's see. We want a couple more tasks. Oh, look at that. Cultivating complete. Nice, nice, nice. Harvesting. Yeah, I'm avoiding the wolf though, because you have to manually drive next to it. It's a pain in the rear, sadly. It seems like our jobs are getting a little bit less though, because winter is coming. Cultivation. So what we are going to do though is store some produce right around here, because we have too much chili right now for January, right? So we have to make some room. It's going to be important, and the same with garlic. So, because Peggy does like to ram her vehicles in here. You know, this one, the first one is going to be taken away too. Perfection. Not really though, but it's pretty decent. And then we are going to do the same with like 2 or 3 more. And then we will just stack it up and then sell it once the price is right. Because that's the most important thing, right, for a farmer. That's how we are getting our profits. It's a little bit of a time that we are doing our own little thing again though, right? You know, it's been a while after all. Yeah, being a farming manager takes... I think it would be best if we go the long way though, right? Yeah, something like this. But yeah, it takes a lot of time though that we have to do things ourselves, but it's actually a good thing to do. Let's go to our rear. Right over here. And let's go and draw some lines. Actually a very chill job to do this though, but we did also invest a lot in our farm, and we did invest a lot in it though. I still have to check about the honey production though. Hopefully this it's going very well, which to be honest, I have no doubt about that. But with that investment that we have done, and all the grinding and everything, and we really were focusing on making money so we could actually make what we were making right now. And that is good returns, right? You know, like it almost pays back for itself though. Slowly on it actually does, which is awesome. And it just makes me happy though. Let's put the front weights up again. There we go. And because we do and redo everything, it's just great though, right? It absolutely is great. We just did check, like the eggs do sell for like 2K. And it's just very easy to deliver it to a farmer kiosk, right? You know, we have a town very close by, so people come and get some fresh groceries at our place. And then all the other, you know, stuff. It's just very, very good. All right, I see that I got a text from Peggy. Peggy, don't worry, I'm on my way. I just finished this line over here, and then I'm going to show you how that thing is done. Can you drop that hay bale or the cotton bale? All right, if you All right, Peggy, can you get on that? Yeah. Yeah, as kids, we played on those, though. Sometimes the farmer did just wrap extra stuff on it, though. It's really nice, though, of him, right? You know that he did that. Extra plastic around it. And he used the hay, right, you know, for bedding, not for feed then, of course. So just to make it simple, just go like this. Try to get a straight line. Not the worst in the world if you don't. Just turn the camera around, though, like this. And then go opposite steering. If you want to go left, you have to steer right. If you want to go right, over left, you have to do that. But be smart about it. Put that thing on, all right, you know. You just put it on. Now you're driving backwards. Wait a minute, what's going on? I didn't see. And there we go. Nom 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 nom. All right, Peggy, get in. You have to learn. Oh, wait 1 second. I want to have a picture. Not with you on it, woman. Move it. I think like this would be pretty nice, though, huh? Over like this. Yeah, we kind of forgot to, how shall I say, unload all of the cotton. There was something still in the main chamber, and we could actually have used that one to unload all of the cotton, though, at the factory into a bigger bale. But I don't think they mind too much, though. It's a little bit more work, a little bit more plastic being used, right, to wrap it up and all. But do you understand, though, right? You know, like we have to learn. I hope so, at least. We were a little bit joking around. But yeah, you know, it happens, it happens. Well, let's put that one away. And there we go. They have a very interesting clutch, though. Did you see it? A very interesting clutch. A little bit to the front. We'll make it a little bit easier, though, once we do turn it on. There we go. And now nom 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 that thing. There we go, though. Beautiful. So we actually have to do it sideways. Kind of makes sense, though, but oh well. Look at that. You actually see it with a feather system and all. Not so bad, though, right? It's a pretty decent design. It's an upward pedal, or reverse pedal, though, which is quite interesting to see by a truck, by the way, because normally you have that in cars, especially sports cars. I'm using my left blinker, and I don't see it go on. But there we go. Interesting. Something my curious mind wanted to test out. I kind of wondered, though. Do we have to drop it? Yeah, okay, we have to drop it there. Beautiful. I know. It's like a snake at work, right? You know, going left and right in big curves. And this is the more professional way, though. This is a very interesting mill, by the way, right? You know, we can burn it and all, but it has a little river, though, going down in between, down below the building. Normally, that's cause for superstition. I'm not sure how old this building is, though. It kind of looks old, right? After all, we don't have concrete for a factory in here, so that's kind of interesting. Not sure why I'm driving this wild, but because it's an old building, I assume, and well maintained, I have to say that too, is that... how do we unload this big boy? Mm-hmm. Not like that though. Yeah, not like that though. Anyways, yeah, you know, like normally a river that you have down below, right? You know, like why we have to press, okay. So it is said like it's like inviting the spirit world inside of your home and all, you know. It is very interesting. It's like a portal to hell or into the spirit world, and that's why I find it so fascinating with this old building. Contract finished. We got 10k for just the bale itself. As a bonus, mind you. As a bonus. I think we are doing a lot for this, you know, this community around here, because we are getting bigger and bigger bonuses, right? You know, I think, you know, they do like a produce. But yeah, this over here, this will be so taboo in old buildings. It is, you know, like castles. You hear the rumors like the devil is living here, spirits here and there. It's very interesting what water and spirit and the spirit world have in common, though, in folklore. Anyways, let's get our payment of 6k. He wanted to pay us 6k, but we got a bonus for a lot more. Kind of cool. All right, Peggy. Option number 1. Do you want to do baling? Option number 2. Do you want to do some mowing? Mowing? My lord, she wants to do the mowing. Well, I want to do some plowing, though, as you can see there. This is on field which one? 16. This is a lovely place. So, normally we did never actually, you know, like sell this for the contract rock and stone after all. And we want to actually make an extra dollar. So why not actually haul this? Now, while we are here, I keep telling myself we have to check the chicken feed before it is not enough. And, oh, 236 liters. Yes, Peggy, we definitely have to buy a lot of that though. So we are going to buy chicken feed. We want to feed them after all. We want to have them to be as healthy as possible. And the issue is, cannot wait with that. Absolutely not. We are growing our own chicken feed right over there. That's feed. What we wheat, I mean, not feed. We are going to give them tons and tons of wheat though later on. It will be very, very nice, very helpful. Now, this over here, it's my little pride side project. And 77 kilograms, 244 liters. That is more than that we ever had though in just 1 month time. And that's fantastic. It could be like we are going to produce more. But the more flowers they are, the better it is. But I think, though, we could buy flowers somehow. And I am not really certain about that. But maybe buildings that had to do with flowers? I don't know. Like this over here, right? You know, like hand plant sampling shed. A storage building with 2 shovels. There's stick drift here. Shovels and space for to store some extra tree saplings. It sounds very interesting. So I decided though that I'm going to place a couple of more beehives here and there through the valley. So this goes a little bit better. But 400 kilograms already, 244 liters. I am very happy with that, of course, you know. Like, I'm not scoffing or raising an eyebrow on the production right now. I just want my townspeople to get a healthy natural source of sugars. And we can also make sugar beets and stuff like that, but then it's heavily processed in the end, right? So that is not necessarily bad, but I will keep that at a minimum, of course. Always, it's an extra resource of energy for our body that we do need by 5 grams a day only, though, strangely enough, right? And we are getting sometimes half a kilo inside of us, depending on what we are eating and drinking, you know? But there are some better resources for our body. Alright, now right over here. It's the first time that we are actually going to do this, which is kind of interesting. Is it a belt system or something? I don't know how this one works. I don't see a belt though, neither do I see suction. Seems like there are 2 pipes going downwards into the ground here, as you can see too. You know what? I'm just going to reverse park. But it doesn't mean that we can actually, you know, like, go down here either, right? You know, so it's sucks it from the ground. I don't know what's going on. We will see. Alright, let's just dump here. Let's see what we can get from it. 249. I'm insulted, dude. Yeah, I'm insulted. There we go. This one is complete too. Beautiful. I'm sure you guys have seen bale wrapping already 1,000 times, right? You know. But this time I'm going to spare you with that. We have done quite a lot. 41,000 in the bank account though, and 100k to go. And we are very happy with it all. So by that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. And don't forget to subscribe though. Bye bye.